Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hands Mah Jongg readings. This reading will be for my earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for the week of June 3rd, 2019. Also, we have a new moon in Gemini. Yeah, this should be very interesting to say the least. Last week y'all were supposed to, y'all had some stuff y'all needed to say, and I hope y'all said it. What are the major themes for my earth signs for the upcoming week of June 3rd, 2019, please? New moon. Ooh, I felt some heat coming off those cards. Okay, earth signs. Things might be firing up for you this week. Let's see what we got. Ooh, duck. I haven't seen a duck in a while. I haven't seen a duck in a minute, actually. Wow. Okay, earth signs. Angel number 3232. Look that up. Look up 3232. That is your message. You're gonna get sent to a very specific blog. I already know. Yeah, 3232. So y'all got commence card right out with number 32. New beginnings. I like this, right? Because we have a new moon. I'm wondering if y'all said what y'all needed to say last week. Just by look at the look on his face. He's ready. He has everything he needs. He is ready. But he's still, I'm wondering why he hasn't shot this arrow. I gotta keep going. I'm gonna let the message come to me because I'm happy about this. Let me be real with y'all. That this is the first thing, but I'm wondering, for some reason he looks stagnant today to me. Usually, like, I'm like, oh, commence, new beginnings. He's getting ready to shoot his arrow. He has everything he needs. It's positive. But for whatever reason right now, that card just looks stagnant to me. Like he might be dragging his feet. He might be procrastinating. He might be looking for an excuse to not shoot his damn arrow. There it go. That's y'all message. Okay, so then you got the 3 bamboo toad. Okay, so you have this toad, and surrounded by this water, the swirling windy energy. Toad also came out in the air signs reading. So we dealing with emotions. This new moon, everybody's clearing out emotions in relationships, right? He is really reflecting on himself. I like this toad because the toad is trying to do inner work. It's seeking guidance from above, right? The moon represents the cosmos, the heavens, but also the internal, our own emotions. And all these swirling waters are around him. So he's trying to navigate this stuff. He's trying to clear this out. The problem with this dang on toad, and next to this commence, is that I feel like they both are stagnant. I feel like y'all dragging y'all feet, earth signs. Y'all probably didn't say what y'all needed to say last week. Because the toad, look, he's on the edge of the water. He's supposed to be in the water, right? Diving into these emotions, diving into the situation. But it's like he's looking back and he's on the edge of it, right? So he's looking for a reason not to dive in. And I knew it with that commence. I'm like, this feels stagnant this week. Then you got the 2 bamboo duck. Partnerships, right? More of the swirling energy kind of going back and forth, back and forth. So y'all could be feeling like y'all just kind of going back and forth, back and forth. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to even your own internal healing, when it comes to projects, right? You're ready to shoot this arrow, but this arrow has not been shot. It hasn't. And y'all are overthinking it. I mean, there are elements of healing, yes, especially in partnerships, but I feel like y'all just overthinking this. I feel like y'all not making the moves y'all supposed to make. Then with the duck. So duck represents partnerships usually. 2 is, number of stability. And coming together. But these ducks, again, are in 2 different directions. So I feel like this is about you. You are of 2 different minds. Y'all want to talk about Geminis. Y'all, earth signs, y'all are of 2 different minds. When it comes to a partnership, when it comes to a situation, you want to start, but you're not sure. You overthinking it. You keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, I don't know. Do I want this or don't I? Wow. Okay, let's clarify the comments. These readings have been long lately, but wow. Okay, so then you got your little pause. So this message will be emphasized. It's a bug on me. 5 circles dragon. So this is the number 5 is about change, sudden change, luck, which is perfect because the dragon is about luck. It's about money. It's about windfalls, things suddenly coming your way. Now, this also represents fire. Dragons breathe fire. Dragons are aggressive. right? So when you see the little parades in China, you yes, it leads with the fire and it represents fortune and prosperity and things like that. But this is also a dragon, not to be messed with. They are not timid. So y'all being too timid, earth signs. Y'all are. Y'all falling back when you need to shoot this arrow. You need to be more aggressive. Then you got the center card, which is can represent love, right? Success. Everything is on the money. So if you are more aggressive, if you make this decision, if you heal, do what you need to do, say what you need to say, you're gonna be, the arrow will land. Y'all nervous, y'all second guessing yourselves. Don't do that. It's going to get where it needs to get, but you gotta shoot it first. You gotta jump in the water first. You gotta make this decision first with this partnership, how you want to do it, so that you're on the same accord. Then you have the orchid, right, which represents striving for the highest ideals, the highest standards, right? Doing what you need to do, working hard, but getting to where you need to get to, and not, not apologizing for it. The fact that it's with the center card, though, means that you could have some issues. I already told you this, with getting this arrow where it needs to be, right? With lining everything up, because it represents success. But it's like, you could have some issues with that. The message is clear. The advice is keep reaching for the stars. Keep striving for the absolute best. Do not second guess yourself. Do not downplay yourself. Don't round anything off and be like, well, I guess I'll settle for this. You know what? I don't really want to aim that high anymore. I'm going to aim my arrow down. No, you don't. Don't do that. Okay, so then we have the 2 circles pine. So y'all could be thinking about a young man. Young man could be thinking about y'all. This doesn't necessarily have to mean romantic. It could be, because we have the center card. It could just mean you could have somebody on your mind, like a brother, a relative, a cousin, co-worker, something like that. Again, 32. He's thinking about his money though too. So he's trying to think about how he wants to use his natural communication skills, right? Gemini new moon. He's writing, and his strength, and how he can parlay that into money, a partnership, a business deal, or something like that. He's trying to work some things out, right? The pine is a good guy, good person. So if this is you, if you're a male, you're a good person, right? You got this. Everything is good, but don't contemplate too long. He's sitting and waiting. He's sitting and waiting, right? He's sitting and waiting. Don't do that, right? Because you could miss an opportunity. 9 bamboo willow. 9 is about completions and endings. The willow is about healing. So everybody's healing this week. Everybody. The message has been emphatic. Being resilient, right? Blowing through, going with the wind. So I feel like next to the pine, because you have the willow, which is strong, but nobody can see it, right? Its roots are at the bottom. It looks weak, but it's not. It's resilient. And then you have the pine, which represents direct strength. Like, ain't nobody gonna try to push over a pine tree, right? I feel like this is you kind of hiding y'all strength, like y'all got it, but y'all just kind of going back and forth. Again, with the duck, like y'all keep just kind of going this way, that way. No, I want this. No, I don't. Maybe I don't want to do it after all. I don't know. Maybe I need to think about it some more. Maybe I need to think. Y'all keep thinking, and y'all gonna miss out. I'm telling you, you have success here, but you gotta make that move. Why is the pine near the willow, right? Okay, then you have the 1 circle, pearl. She's come up in all the readings so far too. So she has this extravagance. Well, she's reflecting on herself, right? Really doing emotional work during this new moon. Figuring out what you want out of life, right? What makes you happy, what brings you joy, and how you can tie the emotional work that you're doing into your ability to make money and be abundance, right? Because he's already thinking about that. And then you have the pearl, and she has her abundance, right? She has even more at her feet, but she's still doing the emotional work. So your abundance comes through your emotions this week for this new moon. Once you do the emotional work, earth signs, which I know y'all avoid like the plague, then the money will flow, and you don't have to start second guessing yourself. Okay, let's clarify this duck. Dang, 9 bamboo willow again. Fire cards. Some of these cards have been coming up like every reading. That's crazy. So you got, wind is blowing, 9 bamboo willow again. So we had the willow in clarifying the toad, right? These emotions, your inability to make a decision. And you got the willow, with the duck. So with this partnership situation, with this partnership situation. So being resilient, persevering, letting endings come. Sometimes you just have to swim in another direction, right? Even though the universe and everybody else is telling you what you need to do or what you feel like you should have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, because I feel like this is a lot of wishy-washy energy, right? A lot of back and forth, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of procrastination because you're not sure. But there are some things that just have to end. You have the strength. You are healing, right? You could even be dealing with another earth sign, right? That you gotta let go of, that you gotta wrap up whatever situation y'all got going. And it could be for a new situation, right? It could be like, okay, this project is no longer working. Let's start a new project. Let's scrap it. I don't see that you have to cut anybody off. 8 bamboo mushroom. So all these bamboos, excuse me. Something out of the ordinary, something unique, right? Now the mushroom is underneath the willow and next to the willow, right? And caddy diagonal to the the pine. All these trees, all this earth energy, all this wooden energy around you, right? Which is balancing, but it could also be stagnant as well. Like, think about wood. It doesn't bend, it ain't flexible. So I feel like the fact that you have both willow cards, 2 is only 4, remember, on the whole deck, 144 plus cards, blah blah blah. I feel like you're being called to be more flexible, earth signs. You got to make this move. You have to make a decision. Don't be stagnant. Dive in. Be flexible in terms of where you end up when you dive in, right? Don't be too stuck on the outcome, because you're like, man, you dive in and you don't get the outcome you want immediately, and then you get mad and you get frustrated. No, be okay with that. Sometimes the current sweeps us one direction so that we can eventually end up in the other direction, right? So that we can avoid even bigger obstacles and we still end up where we wanted to be, and get there. Everything works out in divine timing. Just be open to unique ways of having things manifest and having things come to you, and unique ways of thinking about your problems, unique ways of unique solutions to things that you're dealing with, right? Just keep that in mind. Last card is the 6 wand fire. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. Ending on the fire card, I just say this is like, be prepared for a little bit of not just uncertainty, but a little bit of stress, right? So what you're doing, the deep emotional work that you're doing, earth signs, it's not easy, right? These are not bad cards, but you're doing some work, right? You have to make this decision. You have to get both parts of yourself in alignment, right? I feel like with this duck card, this is you. I feel like this is your relationship to yourself, to your goals, how you get things done, to your emotions, right? Your inner child. That's what I feel like this is about. I feel like this is not necessarily like an issue that you're having with somebody else. I feel like this is all coming from within, right? And you just need to be bold and courageous enough to dive in and to stop overthinking it and be okay with making the decisions. Be flexible, right? Being able to think on your feet if things don't go exactly how you want them to, and also being open to unique ways of things being solved and of things coming to you. Unique ways of viewing your emotions, of viewing your situation, of viewing your personality even. So expect a little bit of a issue. It's okay. It's all good. And know that you're burning away things that no longer serve you, particularly when it comes to how you relate to family members, how you relate to beauty, right? Because the number 6, domesticity. Strive for the highest standards, right? So if any offer that you get this week, any opportunities that you get that is not what you want, nope, this is not the week to take them. This is a week to because you're having, the only reason why you're having issues is because you're not making a leap and you're not going for exactly what you want. So you got to go for exactly what you want. That's just what it is. Okay, earth signs, we will start with Virgo this week. Ooh. Okay, so how does a general reading relate to my Virgo? Ooh, fisherman. Okay, angel number 39. Look that up, Virgo. See if that resonates with you. So, Virgo. The fisherman is about regeneration. because it's about marriage. I know, right? A fisherman, believe it or not, keep things coming back together, full circle. Um, so this fisherman, he wanted a bigger fish. He cast his pole and he wanted a bigger fish. Um, the fish that he wanted didn't come, or maybe it got away. And so now he is being grateful for the fish that he may have had first that he threw back, or he's being grateful. He's in a state of gratitude, right? So he's taking back the fish that was on his radar originally. So for some of y'all, in doing this emotional work and in striving for your highest goals, some of y'all might be going back to a job, right? Some of y'all might be going back to a situation that you thought didn't suit you, and maybe it didn't at the moment, but sometimes life is cyclical, y'all. It ain't always a straight line. You're going back to something. You're going back to something. And you'll find that in going back, it's not a bad thing. Something has improved. Whatever you're going back to, it's for your best, highest good, right? At this moment in your life. So him getting this fish could be more nourishing than the bigger fish. This fish could be more it could be healthier, right? Maybe the big fish looked good, but if you got it, it was actually sick or contaminated or something like that. So the fisherman is going back. He's diving into the water, right? That was a heavy emphasis, diving into his emotions, and re-examining things that are there, re-examining things that he had cast aside originally, right? To kind of take a second look and see the value in them. Remember, because y'all got the orchid card. So see the value in whatever it is that you are re-examining. See the value in whatever it is that you have to go back to, whether it's a job, a person, a partnership, relationship, whatever. See it with fresh eyes. Okay. Next up, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, one bamboo peacock. So angel number 1, look that up, see if that resonates. That's interesting with the new moon. Okay, so Capricorn, you have the peacock. She is extravagant, yes. She is looking over her shoulder, right? Looking back at the past. I told y'all doing, everybody's revisiting their past. But she might be failing to see her own involvement in it, right? So this could be good, this could be bad. It could be bad in the sense of maybe you've built a lot, right? Maybe you have strived for the highest standards, right? You had a lot of successes, but you didn't even, you're underestimating your own value, your own worth. Like, you did that, right? But you're giving your power away. Bam, that's it. She also may not see her own involvement in the reason for something going wrong in the past too, right? So like I said, that can go both ways. Realize how well dressed she is. Realize that she has this unique animal, this rare animal at her feet, right? She has everything that she needs, but make sure that y'all are focusing. You look in the mirror too, because you're looking over your shoulder, right, at the past and at things that may have happened, what people have done for you, like I said, what you accomplished, things like that. You're looking around you, but you're not necessarily focusing on yourself. And I feel like moving forward through this new moon, you need to focus on yourself as well, right? Not just on the past, not just on other people in your past, right? Focus on yourself and clearing out things that you need to clear out so that you can continue in your abundance, because you got it, Virgo. You got everything you need, right? Just make sure you flip that mirror around. Boom, 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 boom. Last but not least, Taurus. 8 wand knight. Angel number 26, Taurus. Look that up, see if that resonates with you. So with the knight, so you have some karma coming, right? The number 8 is generally pertaining to karma. Tying or untying. So I feel like y'all are just really confused, Taurus. I really do. Because you don't know if you want to untie this knot. You don't know if you want to tie it. You just kind of going every which way. You are of two minds right now with striving for the greatest, with like it's like you're balancing between, you're confused between the practical and what you really want, right? So you know that you deserve the best. You know what you want. You know that you should be going after what you want, but you're like, this is not practical, right? This is stable. This is not. This is a sure thing. This is not. So I feel like for y'all, you need to focus on meditating, breathing, getting to the heart of the matter, seeing what you really want, because ultimately that's all you can do, right? You can only focus on yourself and only focus on your own needs. Don't try to make too many people happy, right? 2 and 6 also adds up to 8. So heavy emphasis on karma, right? Heavy emphasis on karma. Go after what you want and let the universe do the rest, because otherwise you don't want to create too many knots, right? You don't want to create too many karmic ties in situations that you don't even want in the first place, right? Because you're trying to make too many people happy. Bam. Okay, y'all. Thank you for listening. Have a great week. Peace out.